Hi guys, Even Steven here with a new original tune we'd like you to hear called 37.
The lyrics to 37 are comprised of 37 Beatles song titles taken from the vast collection of material they recorded over the years.
And it's all related to the times we're having right now.
So sit back, have a listen, have some fun, and see if you can pick out 37 Beatles song titles.
And while you're at it, we encourage you to make a donation to your local food bank. Enjoy, folks.
Imagine the long and winding road between the two of us. Yesterday I saw her standing there, but today, get back I must. I feel fine, though there's something in my life. We can work it out with a little help from my friends at night. And these words of love, tomorrow never knows, they sing while my guitar gently weeps. All you need is love, they sing. Yesterday is calling for me. He's the fool on the hill. Though I twist and shout, things we said today don't pass me by, don't let me down. All must carry that weight, don't just let it be. Golden slumbers wait all of us as I call your name. Tomorrow never knows, they sing, while my guitar gently weeps. All you need is love, they sing. Yesterday's calling for me. Across the universe, Mother Nature's son, come together, my little child. It won't be long when I get home. I got a feeling all things must pass. Tell me what you see. Here comes the sun, you know what to do. No more misery, tomorrow never knows, they sing, while my guitar gently weeps. All you need is love, they sing. Yesterday is calling for me. Tomorrow never knows, they sing, while my guitar gently weeps. All you need is love, they sing. Yesterday is calling for me. Tomorrow never knows. Yesterday. Imagine the long and winding road between the two of us. Yesterday I saw her standing there, but today, get back I must. I feel fine, though there's something in my life. We can work it out with a little help from my friends at night. And these words of love, tomorrow never knows.
This is our community garden. We are doing this in partnership with the town of Collingwood, the Environment Network, and Pollinate Collingwood, with partnership through the David Suzuki Foundation, the Butterfly Way Project. So this was a very exciting project that we actually started back in 2019, and the pavement I'm standing on, it was a project that was headed up by the Environment Network, that we literally came together as community agencies and de-paved this space here. We ripped up the pavement in order to make room for our 11 community garden beds. So CAPC is a national initiative funded by the Public Health Agency of Canada, and CAPC Simcoe County is locally supported by Catalpa Community Support Services and also other funders through the County of Simcoe and private donors and service clubs. So if mums are either pregnant or have children up to the age of 6 and have a low income, then they can qualify for a CAPC program. Right now, we have been having moms and children from our program, the Community Action Program for Children and the Canada Prenatal Nutrition Program, come and assist us. We have our early childhood educator on staff and our food worker that helps support this program, where moms and children come out and they just get to have the benefits of planting those seeds and really enjoying the benefits of gardening. Moms will take home whatever food they've harvested for the day, and then for the rest of the food that is left over, we have been taking it across the street to the social housing buildings through the County of Simcoe. So during COVID, we've had the opportunity to meet in the community garden with our moms and our children. Typically, we would meet in a center. We're usually housed out of early on centers or local community churches. But as I said, right now, we're having the opportunity to meet here at the garden and provide supports for the women that attend. While in particular this year, we have seen over 92 CAPC moms and children attend our garden. We've provided support for over 400 residents of Simcoe County housing, and we've also provided over 1,200 servings of food. We have a Facebook page that's Simcoe County CAPC, where we have great information. We have recipes on there, we have children's activities, and the latest supports and resources available to women who are in our community that are vulnerable.
This year, our annual Timothy Christian School Christmas Bazaar fundraiser will look a little different. Our regular event draws approximately 1,000 people. However, due to COVID, we can't host this event in our school. But we have moved the fundraiser online so we can keep the tradition alive. Right now, our Christmas garden arrangements and Dutch store with savory and sweet traditional Dutch treats, including wheels of Gouda cheese and chocolate letters, are live on the school website at timothychristianschool.ca. Click on Shop, which runs until Monday, November 2nd.
Starting on Monday, November 2nd, our live auction will begin on the timothychristianschool.ca website and will run until Friday, November the 20th. There are a lot of great items, including an awesome fire pit ring, a week stay at Muskoka Bible Center in a modern park trailer, a crock pot, a drone, a family night basket, and much more for everyone to bid on. Winning bids could be eligible for a charitable tax receipt. So how will you get your items, you ask? Well, on Saturday, November the 21st, from 10 until 2, we will be doing a drive-through style pickup for all of your Christmas garden, Dutch store, and auction items, so we can provide a safe environment and keep with the COVID regulations.
We hope you are able to join us again this year by participating in this great fundraiser, and we look forward to seeing you on Pickup Day when you collect all of your goodies. Thank you from all of us at Timothy Christian School.
It is a board of 22 absolutely dedicated, fabulous people. We still, despite numerous long Zoom meetings, do not know exactly what December will look like, other than our people will be looked after in a meaningful way. Christmas will come. We are very passionate about that. We are really confident that this community will step up the way they always do for Christmas cheer, and we just are very grateful that this community allows us to and helps us help our community members that just need that extra little bit at Christmas time.
Well, obviously, we're going to be here for the families that need us this year, but we've had to take a step back and reevaluate how we go about running the program. What we do know is that we won't be able to accept donations in the form of food, gift cards, and toys this year, which is obviously, a big roadblock for us. So our campaign this year is going to be 100% fundraising from our schools, from our corporate partners, and from the people in our community. But what I will say, I want to reinforce, is that we are going to be here for those families that need us. We are going to be moving our applications online. This is something that used to always happen in person and one-on-one, but we'll be launching a program so that our recipients can actually do that from home. Well, this year our goal is to raise $250,000, and we'll be using that money, and all of it goes directly to our recipients. We would love for people to get involved in our social media, engage with us as much as possible, to go online to our website and to click donate now and donate what you can, and we'll make sure that every last dime gets to our recipients. What's great about this new location, though, is that although it's a little bit further out of the way, it's actually better for distribution days. In the past, we've had some traffic issues coming in off St. Vincent Street, and while it was an incredible warehouse space, we see some new opportunities with this new place at 49 Truman Road. And we're still sorting through the logistics of our distribution day and what that looks like. We do know, obviously, that everything we do, we will be taking COVID protocols into account and making very thoughtful decisions in terms of how we are interacting or distributing any of our items. What they receive will absolutely change, but they will be receiving what they need to have the Christmas that they want to have for their families. So our president, Cindy Ton, is back there. She's really excited to see you guys this year. We are here for you in 2020. Christmas Cheer is going to show up, and we are going to do everything we can to support the families in our community.
Ding 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 Let's go, ole, 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 ole.
Last year, the Total Mom Pitch was an in-person event on a stage. And when I decided to take this online and across the country, I was able to get the attention of Scotiabank Women's Initiative, Visa Canada, which runs an initiative called She's Next. This is a huge deal for myself as a small business owner, but I think what's important here is a lot of these moms will get a chance to get in front of large organizations like this and get on their radar. So there's a lot of eyeballs, just kind of, just go for it. So Canada's Total Mom Pitch is the largest business competition for moms across Canada. We're going coast to coast, and we're looking for moms that own a business, and we want to help them connect them with powerful resources, other successful women, but most importantly, scouring the internet. Nobody has the time for that right now. So what we're doing is every single mom that applies is going to get a business bundle, and that business bundle is just going to show them where they can get funding, where they can get mentorship, where the business ecosystems live, and how they can get supported with their small business. I think a lot of moms across the country can relate that own a business, that COVID, when it hit, it was a big slap in the face. We didn't really know what we were going to do with our businesses or companies. And there's just this pressure of having to pivot digitally and having to understand marketing and take everything that was happening in real life and turn it online. This is very difficult and very expensive. I currently, had to move back into my home office to be near my kids. They're getting sent back left, right, and center for any symptom. And it's just kind of one of those things where we have to choose sometimes, is the mom or the dad going to get to keep their opportunity or their side hustle or their business? So moms are sort of being put back into this position where we have to decide whether we're going to go after our, dreams and our businesses, or are we going to just stay home and try to figure this thing out? So one of the things I found extremely shocking was that over 865,000 women lost their job in September alone. A lot of women are facing these issues as it is, but moms in particular are having to choose. So one of the things that statistics are showing is that small businesses are trying to figure out, how are they going to get more money through the door? How are they going to increase revenue? The other thing is trying to reduce wages or trying to figure out how to bring on more team members, because we honestly can't afford to keep growing teams, and people are going back home from work, or, they have to stay at home to watch their kids. So our company in particularly, we lost a lot of women that were working for us because they just simply have no other choice. And one of the things that it's important to note is we've come a long way as women. We've come a long way of, creating businesses and having these unique opportunities to shine as business women. And if moms have to keep choosing whether they're going to continue with their passion project or stop, what's going to happen to the economy and women in general? How are they going to continue getting these opportunities? Canadian moms that own a small business can apply from now all the way till November 12th. Once November 12th hits, that's it. So make sure you apply. Don't miss the deadline. And it's going to be super exciting.
By appointment. So while the public can't come into the center, we are happy to help with whatever anyone needs help with by appointment. So simply giving us a call or sending us an email, and we will get back to you. We are still doing limited contact adoptions, and we are doing limited contact arrivals as well, meaning that if somebody needs assistance in rehoming their pet, again, we are more than happy to help with that. We are here for other needs as well. If somebody finds themselves unable to feed their pet, for example, because of an issue with the pandemic, like a job loss, we are happy to help with that, to provide food for them so that we can keep pets and their families together. But again, things happen in people's lives that we can't always control, and we are here to help with rehoming if that's what's needed. Animals and More pin is intended to be worn as a compliment to the poppy, in remembrance of our veterans and the animals who served by their side. So this year we introduced the pigeon, and along with dog pin and our horse pin as well. And it's meant to represent all animals and more. Of course, we know that there were several more animals than dogs and horses and pigeons helping in war times, such as mules carrying artillery, cats serving as companions. We actually first launched them in 2017, and we launched it to provide support for animals in need, but also provide support for our veterans. So this year, for example, because of the pandemic, the Ontario SPCA has increased its commitment to the veterans in 2020 by donating $2.50 from the sale of every pin back to the Royal Canadian Legion branches across the province. The Ontario SPCA wanted to recognize animals in war. Of course, we can't recognize animals in war without also recognizing our veterans, which is why the Ontario SPCA came up with the Animals in War pin, so it can be worn alongside the poppy, so we can remember our veterans who served in the war as well as the animals who served in the war. Visit ontariospca.ca/remember to order your pin. Alternatively, you can call 1-888-668-7722 extension 360 to place your order by phone.
Char is a little character with a confident and bright personality. She has impaired vision that was caused by retinal degeneration, but she adapts well and we believe she can see shadows. She's just under 5 years old. She has a lot of spunk and will happily play with a toy or chase a ball. Char would do best in a quiet, adults-only home. A bungalow, condo, or apartment would be perfect for her. Once she is comfortable in her surroundings, she settles in very quickly. She is good with other cats as long as they let her do her own thing and don't get in her space. She's a little bit of a chunky monkey, so would benefit from a good quality diet food as well as portion control. She's affectionate and likes to be brushed. For more information, please email streetcatsrescue@hotmail.com if you would like to arrange to meet Char.
Yeah, so we do an affordability poll. We do it once a year, and the affordability poll just recently came out as our third annual one. And what it showed us is that there's a real division in the affordability gap now. About 40% of the people we surveyed are actually in a worse financial situation than they were pre-COVID. About 19% have actually improved, but again, there's this large percentage that have actually, their situation has declined. What's more important than that is that the group that are worse off are 4 times as likely to be having financial difficulty, i.e. struggling to keep up with their monthly payments, than those who are faring better. And then if we broke it down further, there was a real divide as to who is actually in a worse financial situation. And what we found out, it was people that have struggled on their income side. So they've had a layoff, they've got reduced hours, they're just not earning as much as they did before, or they were earning less than $50,000 a year. Those who have fared better were actually the younger generation, sort of the 18 to 24-year-olds have actually done the best, or didn't suffer a reduction of income, or alternatively were making more than $100,000 a year. So there is this real divide in the affordability that we've seen. The starting point for us has always been to manage your finances with a budget. And that's one of the things that also came out in our affordability poll, was that in Ontario, 58% of the people aren't looking at their budget. So again, if there's uncertainty, and unfortunately we're into the second wave now. We know this is going to be continuing for a while to come until they probably get a vaccine. So it's really important to be focused on your budget, where you're going. If you think there's uncertainty of your income, your budget's your starting point. What money is coming into the household each month? If it is staying level, great. If it's actually decreasing, you got to go back to your expenses. What can you do to fix it up? One of the things we discovered is the number one financial priority that came out of our affordability poll is that it used to be retirement savings. It's not this year. It was an emergency fund. And that's because people are realizing that things can happen, that you suddenly need a nest egg of money. You've got 3, 4, 5 months of expenses saved up to help you get through it. And so, again, that's where you go back to the budget, because the budget is where you find the savings in your expenses to be able to put money aside into that emergency fund. So the people who are doing well can actually look at improving their savings, because one of the things we found in the poll is that a lot of your non-discretionary expenses have gone down. And the reason they've gone down is because you can't go out to restaurants, and you can't go out to the mall, and you can't go to the movie theater. A bunch of stuff you used to be able to do have really been retracted. So that creates extra money in your budget. What you should be doing now is looking at your long-term goals and figuring out your retirement savings. Do you have that emergency fund? What is the appropriate use for that? What we've actually discovered is a lot of those people say, well, because that spending's gone down, I can afford other items. If you talk to people who are in like car dealerships, marinas, they've actually had a record year because the people have been using the money to get other things. I would take a little bit longer view and say, let's look at our budget and say, how's your retirement coming? How much money do you have in your retirement fund? And should you be using some of that money towards retirement? But again, that's setting your goals, your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals in your budget, and then focusing on your personal finances. Because if you look at retirement savings in Canada, they're actually extremely low. And even those who do have retirement savings don't have adequate amount. So again, let's focus on the long-term goals in your budget if you're doing well and have the funds. So if you're in a difficult situation, again, look at the budget, look at what you got coming in for income, and look at what your fixed expenses are. See where you can cut back in order to make the budget work. If, unfortunately, you're just saying, look, I can't make it work, there's just not enough money coming in, that's when you reach out to someone like a BDO to sort of say, look, I got a problem, how do I get out of this situation? We'll walk you through it, we'll develop a budget with you, and we'll figure out what's the best solution for you to address your situation.